YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, SoundCloud, SoundClick. Uh, this is an excerpt of the Eat Healthy series that I just started putting out. And I just want to thank you guys for chiming in, asking me questions. Uh, long as you guys know that I'm new at a lot of this, so I'm not the resident expert when it comes to actually eating healthy. You know, I still have my bad habits like everybody else, and the things I'm not supposed to eat because I love a bag of chips every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And with the soda, chips and soda. You know, everybody's got their. You go to the movies, you eat what's at the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, and I was talking about investing. And once again, I'm not the resident expert when it comes to investing. No, I have not invested in anything because this video goes to BRH525, who seems to be asking me some intricate questions. And I'm just going to read one of his posts. It says, it seems like, you're talking about when it comes to investing. And can you give some tips on it? And also, if you have done any investing in your experience. Thank you. So, okay, no. So let me start off by there, 525. I have not done any investing, but I have been looking into it. So my dad is like a serious dude when it comes to the stock market. And sometimes he'll send me stuff and say, hey, look at this company and invest in it. He's been doing it for like 30, 40 years. He's he's accumulated $100,000 and then and then lost it and then got some of it back. I mean, he's that dude. You know what I mean? So he's a six figure. Excuse me, he's accumulated six figures before. So he knows what he's doing. No, he's not a rich guy, but nonetheless, he knows enough to get in there and so I learned some of my stuff off my pops whenever I talk to him. He lives in the South, and so what we've been batting around is just investing in different companies. So when he sends my email, I read it, and then I read about the company, so on and so forth. So I have not got my feet wet at all when it comes to investing, but I'm one of those guys when I have the time and the money. I like to really read up on what's going on. I like to listen to different people and their opinion. People who are new at the game, like Kobe Bryant. He just got out the league, but he's heavy into investing. He's heavy into the market. So I like to listen to some of what he says. I listen to the crazy dude who slams stuff around. He's popular. I listen to some of what he says, but it's not like an everyday thing for me. But I like to get a lot of information. If you can't tell by my videos, I am an information dude. Like, I love information. And I like correct information. Like if somebody gives me something that's false, that tingle in my ear goes up. I'm like, that don't sound right. And then I have to go and find out what the truth is. That's also very healthy for you because not everybody's going to tell you the truth. So my advice for you is, for one, if you're going to listen to my videos, uh, and don't take what I say for face value because I'm always going to say, hey, look this up or get into this or go this way. I'm not going to say do this and then put a permanent stamp on it. I'm gonna tell you, and when you watch anybody, I don't care who they are, I don't care if it's Alan Greenspan, if you're gonna get into money, especially deep into money, always double check. It's just healthy for you. What I know about investing, I watch a lot of Shark Tank. So I look at a lot of the percentage. I look at a lot of the evaluations. Um, my dad one time he wanted to. He has this soup that he makes and it's so good. So he pretty much wanted to, put it out there and He couldn't at the time because the cups that he had, the manufacturer who was going to make the cups were charging too much per cup. So I pay a lot of attention to that. I would watch Shark Tank, just in your leisure. Watch Shark Tank. Listen to a lot of what they say, especially the evaluations. You can stream it. It's on YouTube. Um, as far as going and listening to NASDAQ and start reading about NASDAQ, you can do that. Pick up a New York, Times or whatever. You can look it up online. Just different stuff to start poking around in it. As far as me investing in a company, I would start off small, and the reason why I said that is because I don't want to get overwhelmed. You can get whelmed and then you can get overwhelmed. Once you start putting your money into something, you're gonna get whelmed. It's just like, okay, what am I really doing? I would say if you have $5,000 that you don't want to throw the whole pot in, but nonetheless you still want to invest $5,000. I would say start looking at IRAs. Start looking at a Roth IRA. Start looking at okay, there's several different kind of IRAs, and I'm not the resident expert on that either. But if you're gonna start looking into IRAs, you're looking at your regular IRA where you're going to end up paying the taxes at the end, and then you're looking at your Roth IRA where you pay taxes up front. So have a conversation with a banker. Call them up, whoever you're banking through. The teller is not going to be able to tell you some of that information. You're going to have to actually talk to a banker, a licensed banker. They can start getting into more of investment tips, especially when it comes to a percentage that you're going to get off of an IRA, whether it's 1 to up to 6%. I don't know what it is now. But your savings account isn't like your savings. I remember savings accounts, I think you used to get up to 2 to 6%. But they're not doing that now. Actually, some savings accounts are taken away from you every month, so you got to watch that. So, as far as a small company, that's when I say small, I mean not on the NASDAQ, a private company. If I was going to look into getting into a small company, this is how I would do it. Uh, for one, I would look at the company from a distance. I would not approach anybody. I would just look at it from a distance. I would see what the company is doing. So okay. I would see what the company is doing, and then I would see the market. And this is why I tell you to watch Shark Tank from the beginning, because it's a casual way of getting into investments. Especially if you want, it depends on what kind of investor you want to be. If you want to be an angel investor, Shark Tank you know, is a good place to start. If you want to get into VC, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? That's big money, that's deep stuff. Um, which is venture capitalist. But nonetheless, you could be a small venture capitalist, but you need to know the rigmarole. So Shark Tank will start you off on the dance. If you got yourself $500, call up Scott Trade. Just give Scott Trade a call. Give him $500. Boom, you can start trading. Your little money on Scott Trade or some of those website trades. But before you even do that, know what you're going for first. Have a plan. That's 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 the best way to go. Don't just say, I got $10,000. I'm gonna put it into this, new startup company or whatever and hope for the best. Don't do that. Uh, One, have yourself a plan. That's step one. Two, when you have yourself a plan, and let's say you want to invest in let's say you want to invest in a new company that has, I don't know, they got a new type of water out, flavored water, and it's a sports drink. So there, you have your angle right there. Okay, so let's just say it's a ABC Sports drink, and they're local in your area. They're not, they're still private. They're not public yet. You pretty much look at who the CEO is and look at what the company's doing. Look at who the company is serving. Look at their customers. Find out who the customers is And a lot of stuff is common sense, so I'm not trying to talk down to anybody. This is just my train of thought. Look at who the customers is, look at who the market is, and look at what the market share is. Okay? Look at who's the giants in that market, even if it's the local market. Look at who is taking up most of the market share. Because if let's just say that ABC Drinks has 10 different flavors, it's a sports drink, and you're seeing this drink at like every gym you go to, every spa, every sports affiliated whatever events, you're like, who is this? Who are these people? ABC drink. You try it, you taste it, you like it, you're like, I can get behind this. If you don't like a product, you're not gonna get behind it. You're like, I can get behind this. And you go and find out there's some local mom and pop dudes down the street, got a small factory, they're producing this and they're shelling it out. You might want to step in there and talk to one of them and, look at their website, what I'm saying? Find out what their numbers that they're doing, the numbers that they're going to tell you. Find out the numbers that they're doing, and they're probably looking for investors. They'll take your, your $5,000, $10,000, even if you don't have that. Say you have $2,000. You might run up on them and say, "Look, I got $2,000. I want to invest this in your company. I want to, it might help you out with another van or something. I don't know, whatever it is." So you see where I'm going with that. It might help them out with their website. You know what I'm saying? Say their website is all jacked up. You're like, "Look, I want to put, 2 G's into a new website, but I want a percentage of the company." And then that's when you start getting into evaluations. Uh, let's just say that the company right now is worth $50,000. That's not a lot of money. But nonetheless, it's 50,000. We're talking about their assets now. We're talking about the building that they have. We're talking about what they're putting out. We're talking about what they're getting in return and all that. Yada yada yada. $50,000, $2,000. Hey, they're gonna look at that and be like, okay, our website is not doing so hot. We wanted to put, so much into our website. Boom. Okay. So anyway, you can talk the talk, money talks, and you can start off there. So that's what I would do as far as investing in something, as far as investing in like what I was thinking about as far as food and all that. I was looking at a small company, I think in Oregon or whatever, and but she wasn't into getting any investors. So I was looking at a sum of like maybe $5,000, and I wanted to put $5,000 into something. I didn't want to just dump the whole 5,000 in there. I wanted to feed the 5,000 into it. As in, uh, you give them 1,500 now. You know, 1,500 maybe biannually. As it progresses or as you get a return on it. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You could be looking at. You could be looking at something that's structured where you're going to get a royalty off of whatever it is, especially if it's uh, I don't know, like shirts or something like that, or music and things along that line. I'm sorry, I'm tired, but anyway, I'll talk more about this tomorrow, 525, and I'm hoping this helped you out a little bit. We'll get deeper into it tomorrow. All right, peace.